So for those who are joining us in the year 2035, you didn't miss anything. So when I play this, I'm doing a G, and then I'm used to playing E minor 7 or G6, 0202 with my two middle fingers, so I jump. But there's no reason to do that. You can remove your ring finger and you're right there. And then if you've got smaller fingers or a bigger ukulele, if you're not playing a soprano with really large fingers, you can do a tight G. So you could do 2, remove a finger, tight G. So all 3 of my fingers here are on that 2nd fret. I've just filled that space between the 0202 with my ring finger. So that's a really easy way to play this. But to make it more complicated, so I jump around. I switch my fingers, and then I jump all 3 fingers, not using my index, onto that 0222. And I do that because the other thing I like to do is I like to slide in on that G major 7. And I've got those 3 strong fingers there on that 2nd fret. I can put them on the 1st fret and slide them in. So I would go. And if you like that, if you like that sound, then that would be something to practice. But the progression is the main thing. Is we kind of forget when we think how easy it is to play a C, how long it took us to get to that point. And it took us a lot of repetition. So you need to repeat this progression over and over again. And you just decide, do I want to do remove a finger and add 3 fingers, or G, remove a finger, drop a finger, and just bar the 3 strings, my index finger, or jump around like Bob does, which is really silly. But whatever way you decide to play it, pick one and then stick with it and then repeat that progression over and over and over again. And then the other thing I like to do is I like to hammer. Let's see. So I'm doing down, down, up, up, down on that G major 7. And on that first up, I'm pulling off my bottom finger. However I'm playing it, I'm pulling off my bottom finger and putting it back down. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. So it's and just adding just a little bit of salt and pepper to the program. got the C. Come A minor, a little bit closer. Hear what I have to, right back to it, say. In the original recording, as there's background instrumental stuff happening, rhythm stuff happening, of course there's a 4-note, or in some cases a 5-note, do, 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 do. And that do, 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 do is this first 3 beats of the C. We're playing C. Come a little bit closer. But Neil Young is playing something like maybe that G major 7 up there on the 7th fret. And he's going 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. And then I think maybe sliding down to the 5th fret. So he's going 1, 2, 3, 2 on the 5th, 1, 2, 3 on the 7th, 2 on the 5th, and we're doing the rhythm over the top of that. And so it's easy for him to figure out where to fit in these lyrics because he just fits them in when he's done with that. Do, 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 come a little bit closer. Do, 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 hear what I have to say. Do, 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 just like children sleeping. Do, do, do. But we're doing the rhythm part. Trying to play with a group, and everybody wants to be able to play along, and so we're not going to be able to do that picking part, pick out those 4 or 5 notes. And so we've got to figure out that come a little bit closer comes near the end of that 4 beats of C. And so it's come down, down, up, up, down, right at the down, come a little bit closer. So the little on A minor is the important part, is to fit your lyrics in so that you have little on A minor. A bit closer. And the C major 7 is just like the C. You're playing almost the entire measure, the 4 beats, before you fit in the word hear. Hear what, with the what being on A minor. Hear what I have to say. So it's not just like, and then you're not ready to say children yet. So you're going to have to pause there, and then you're going to realize at some point, okay, there's a different way that this melody fits in with these chords. And it's at the end of that C. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing in the light. We know where the music's played. So there's so many lyrics here with this C. You start in right after the first beat. We know where the music's played. Let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still. So because I'm is the last beat of the G major 7. Because I'm still in love with you. Wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. So that D stop Then there is 3 beats of a rest. 2, 3, 4. And then on this harvest is the next 4 beats of the measure, which is all tacit. You're just kind of winging it, sitting out there winging it with only your vocals to carry you. Still in love with you, 2, 3, 4, on this harvest moon. And then we've got the big long interlude where Neil dances with his friend under the light of the harvest moon. And so that's the entire song. So the trickiest part and what carries the whole song is that riff. So even if you only you do 4 downbeats. Beautiful progression. And, you could do down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You could do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm doing down, down, up, down because I want to hammer. I want to get that nice up so that I can hammer that G major 7 when I slide it in. And you don't have to slide, you just put your G major 7 there. All of these are embellishments, but the basic part. And if you look at any of the other tutorials, every one of those tutorials is going to have a 3-chord progression just like this that you're going to have to, that's going to be the whole song, whether it's D and what is that, D major 7, I think. So that's D, if you're playing it in D, B minor 7, and then putting a finger down. You're going to have to, memorize that or practice that progression until you're comfortable with it, because you can see it comes up 37 times. Okay, so that's the whole song. We'll play it through, but that's the whole song. And except, of course, the way we enter this song is everyone knows, because Neil Young's a huge fan of ours. Wait, that's G, that's G, that's G. That was C, I just did C, sorry, my bad. That was G. So we'll do double stops. I think on 4 of these songs today we'll do double stops just to, keep that thought in our mind. They have nothing to do with the song or how they were originally written, but we'll just keep doing them just for fun. That's a lot of talking. Who's got questions?
Bob?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm late. So I missed your explanation on G major 7 being on the top fret there.
You missed the big reveal that, of course, we all know it's on the 2nd fret.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what we call a typo, and there's many reasons why I didn't fix that we won't go into today, because it gives me something to talk about, basically.
Yeah. And for me to ask questions.
Right, exactly. It creates a conversation.
Thank you.
Yep. Other questions? What did I want to do? There it is. Okay. I'm going to take a look. Let's do that. Little playthrough just for fun. So when we get to the end, the very, very, very last line, Instead of ending on G, we'll end it on G major 7. Have kind of a jazz ending to Harvest Moon. This is where folk Americana crosses over with the jazz songbook. Okay, let's start it with the double stops. And again, we're at what is that? Open, open, 3, open, open, 3, 2. And then a little bit wider on the 5 and the 3. A little stay wide on the 7 and the 5. Bring them back together for the 7 and the 8. And go back to 5 and 7. 3 and 5. 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4. Well, nice and slow. That's so slow. That's okay. Come a little bit closer. Hear what I have to say. It's something wrong there. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing in the light. We know where the music's playing. Let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. Wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. I did it again. C. I keep trying to do my G6 on the first fret. I think they just did a do-si-do or a promenade left. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eye. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. Wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. on this harvest moon. G major 7. Oh, harvest moon with double stops. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Well, I hope you got something out of that. That is just a fabulous song to kind of muck around with and make it sound pretty. Let's do something trickier. Let's do something trickier about it. That'd be fun. Let's do something trickier. All good? No questions? No questions. Nobody, I don't know if you know, I was hammering my D where there was 2 measures of D just to make it sound a little bit different. I could have come in, but I was taking the bottom of my D and pulling it up, just like with the G. I was taking the bottom of my D and like that. But, okay. Have you ever seen the rain? Okay. So we didn't have an exercise today, which is good because we started late. But here's a little acoustic moment. So you're playing C, right? C, C, C. And you're going to go to D7. What? So you got your hand nice and relaxed. It's your C. Why not just swivel your finger around and put that middle finger up there to D7? C to D7. C finger, your ring finger stays home. It's the exact same place, and you slide that big, long middle finger in. Clamp it down with your index finger if you need a little bit more oomph. Squeeze a little with your thumb if you need a little bit more oomph. C, D7. Later on. No, that's another song, never mind. So it's 4 measures of C, and we're swiveling. And then here's your next acoustic moment, your next progression. G, B minor 7. Have to jump all your fingers way out there, way out into space. Oh, it's so scary. To E minor. G, keep your fingers close, especially your pinky. B minor 7, E minor. And, you know, if it makes it easier, just single strum them. Remember, you got 4 beats on E minor. So the main thing is to get that index finger down. Then you can figure out what to do with the next 2 fingers. You got 4 beats to finger it out. You have 4 beats to figure it out. G, B minor 7, E minor. G, B minor 7, E minor. If you're playing your B minor 7 with 4 fingers, that was a C. Okay, so that's your next acoustic. Practice that 10 times while I'm talking. Then you got a C. And once again, you can just swivel right into that D7. 2, 3, 4. G, add a pinky. G, add a pinky. So typically we do this song with an island strum, down, down, up, down. And so you typically would add your pinky on that up, down, down, up, down. And then it's off for the next measure, down, down, up, down. And so we're doing that G sus4 because look at the next line. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 measures of G. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. So it just breaks it up a little. And especially if you also hammer. We just did a hammer in the last song. G hammer, G sus4. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know. There's that hammer. Down, down, bottom of your D comes out, up, and the bottom of your D goes back in. Up, down. It's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain, sunny day. I hammer, shining down like water. Now you could certainly do down, down, up. You could split that G and the G sus4 into 2 beats each. But if you want to do it in rhythm, then you change on the up. I wanna swivel into my D7 is what I wanna know. Have you ever seen the rain? You can hammer an E minor. Think about that. That middle finger is super strong. So I'm pulling the middle of my E minor out on the up. Down, down, up. Rain. I wanna know, what are you doing? No, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny? On a sunny is the 2, 3, and the 4 of that, the measure that single D7 strum is. Down on a sunny day. And I'd like to hammer that D. Because it's just sitting out there by itself. You just play D, which is beautiful. Get an extra tone out of your hammer. So when I come up from my G sus4, I'm bringing 3 fingers up, whatever 3 fingers you're using, and just keep one of them off that bottom string and put it back down. Strum, put it down. Oh, not even remotely necessary. It's just a little spice. That is the whole song, except one more acoustic moment at the very end there. So the very last line, coming down on a sunny day. Do, do. You could do that really tight G again. Open it up for E minor 7. So these 2 fingers have never moved. As soon as you form your G, they've just stayed the same. And then pop it up for 2 beats of D. And we'll play that part real slow when we get there. And you can, of course, flatten out your index finger for that G major 7. pop it back up for E minor 7. So that is over and over again. G, flatten it out, pop it up. That is your third acoustic moment in this one song. Who's got questions before we do a dramatic playthrough?
I have a question. So you're ending on the D, not on the G on this chart, is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. That was Amy. Did everybody see that? That's Amy right there in the house.
The other Amy.
That is, well, one of the most important Amy's. How's that? But yes, that is absolutely correct. Yeah, because when they're in concert, they finish on the D and then they immediately roll into Born on the Bayou or something, you know. They never really cared how they ended because they were always rolling into something else crazy like Proud Mary or something. Okay, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're swiveling. Someone told me long ago there's a calm for the storm. I know, and it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday, days before, sun is cold, rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle, fast and slow. I know, and it can't stop. I wonder, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Maidens. That's almost folk Americana, except for the folk rock part of it. But other than that, very close to folk Americana. What happens down there? Oh, yeah, you got to kind of know that. So maybe I'll just take a percentage off. Hey, could you take a percentage off of that for me, please? Oops. I made it 5% instead of 65%. We did Harvest Moon. We did that. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? There it is. You got to know that the chorus ends and you do stuff down there. So I'm just hanging out. If you can see my belly button, that's just the way we drew it up in the OUJ corporate boardroom. So, key of C, what are we going to do? Every time we see the key of C, I know, let's do double stops. The more double stops you do, the healthier you become. So that is open, middle strings, and then open to one open, a really badly played F. Take that up to the 3rd and 4th frets. Bring those two fingers together on the 5th fret. Open 5, 5, open. Take it back to 3 and 4. Take it back all on the middle strings. Take it back to 1 and 2 and open. And that's how we start all of our C songs here at OUJ. That's not really true, but for the last couple of weeks, it's kind of been true. So this up at the top in the right corner, it says strum is a pick and flick. And pick means pick with a thumb and flick with your fingers. Pick, flick, pick, flick, pick, flick. Now Cynthia Lynn might play this with what she calls a backbeat strum, where she would hit the top strings and then a fuller strum. So you're kind of bouncing off your top 2 or 3 strings. But I like to get used to doing C string, G string, C string, G string, C string, G. If you do that, 1, you become a healthier human being, but 2, that means that C dot, apostrophe dot, are those 4 C strum, G strum, C strum. So that's your 4 beats. So you would do that sequence, C strum, G strum, twice for the 8 beats that you see in the intro, and then you'd switch to E minor. And then you'd be right into the song. Now, of course, not everybody's going to love that. So, C dot apostrophe dot is 4 beats, so just island strum it out. And we're going to do that in the choruses anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it is kind of fun to practice a new approach to a kind of a folky song. And the guy, the Plain White T's lead singer, I think what he does some kind of upstrum. He's leaning over, and I can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure he's either doing pick, pluck. I don't know, but he's an accomplished guitarist, and I'm just fooling around, trying to keep you all out of trouble for the afternoon. But that's how it goes. So let's practice that. C on the 3rd string with your C formed, and then G. Or you could say 3 strum, 4 strum. What happens when you switch to E minor? Oh my God. Here we go. E minor. It sounds kind of pretty, actually, is what happens. The trick is that it's not 8 beats for every chord. And so if you see down there, you're doing just great on the first line, and then the second line, all of a sudden it goes A minor for 4 beats, F for 4 beats, G for 4 beats, A minor for 8 beats. So that gets a little bit trickier, but we'll just kind of fool. Let's do it without any lyrics for a second. And let's just do that first line, not the intro, but the first line, C, C, E minor, C, C. Then we'll flow to the second line and get into those 4 beat A minors and stuff. We'll go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, C, E minor on the second line, A minor, switch to F, switch to G, A minor still, G. Now that last single G, typically if we were strumming it out, we would have strummed. But if we're picking it out, then you do C strum, G strum, strum. And I wouldn't blame you if you just pick. On the G string maybe. I wouldn't blame you at all. So let's see what that looks like with lyrics. 1, nice and slow. 2, slow down. I can see what you're doing. 2, 3, 4. Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Now, if we just strummed it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Sounds perfectly fine, just different. And then when we go in, and then you go back to 2. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance. So you're right back up in that top section, flipping back to the second verse. And then the chorus is, let me see, you finish with 2 with the A minor. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. And if you want to continue your pick and strum journey, you could pick, down, up, down. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. Something like that. And I was just picking the C again, and then every measure C, next measure G, next measure C, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, G, down, up, down. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you want to do C 2 in a row because you're switching to a C, and it's nice to play the C note when you're starting a C strum. Um, get down to the bridge. That's a big shaded area. 2/3 of the way down. 1,000 miles seems pretty far. They've got planes, trains, and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Back to 2, our friends would all make fun of us. We'll just laugh along because we know that none of them have felt this way. Back up to 3, Delilah, I can promise you by the time we get through, the ending of 3 has its own section because it's longer than 1 and 2. The world will never, ever be the same, and you're to blame. Then you do, hey there, Delilah. We've done that. Yeah, that's all. That same as the other verses. And then you end, go back to the chorus, and then you end with that very last section. What you do, what you do to me. 1, 2, 3. And of course we do double stops there. So I'll probably do something, the last line of the chorus, second line of the chorus. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. What you do to me. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Do a little playthrough. Who's got questions? It's a 5-chord song, so you can make it super simple. Or you can muck it up like I have. I made it beautiful. Make it into a beautiful thing. Oh, let's start with double stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. E minor. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance. I'm right there if you get lonely. Get this song another listen, close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise. I'm by your side. It's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. What you do to me. Hey there, Delilah, I know times are getting hard. Just believe me, girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we would. My word is good. Hey there, I got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me you'd fall. We'd have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. 1,000 miles seems pretty far. They've got planes, trains, and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Our friends would all make fun of us. We'll just laugh along because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you, by the time we get through, the world will never, ever be the same. And you're to blame. Hey there, Delilah, you be good, don't you miss me. 2 more years, you'll be done with school. I'll be making history like I do. You know it's all because of you. We can do whatever we want to. Hey there, Delilah, here's to you. This one's for you. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. 2, 3. Double stops. Oh, what you do to me. Oh my goodness. That was Hey There, Delilah by the Plain White Tees. Nearly contemporary. For us, that's like a totally contemporary song. But probably about 10 years old, or maybe 15 or 20. But still, it's way, way younger than our normal. Speaking of normal, how about Hey Good Looking? How about Hey Good Looking? That's a nice buzz. I like that. Okay. That's a D7. G7. So again, we're going to go from C, and I think I'd do something with the C sus4. Hey, good looking. Yeah, just to break up that C, sometimes I'll put my index finger down on that F on the 2nd and the 4th measure. Hey, good looking. On that up again, down, down, up. My middle finger looks like it's involved, but it's not. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Swivel to your D7. Pew! How's about cooking something up with me? Now that, you got your index finger there on the 3rd fret. What if you slid it up to the 5th fret and created a giant G7? Like that. Let me see. small G7, something up with me. And then we slide it up and we just poof out that G7 so that our index finger is still on the second string, but this time it's the third fret. And our other two fingers are straddling, but instead of real close, they're poofed out to the fifth fret. So you got the fourth fret is open, and you got 05, 2, 5. I mean 0535. That would be fun. That's taking a song super simple and again, mucking it up. I mean, make it into something beautiful. How's about cooking something up with me? Oh, hey, sweet baby, see sus4, don't you think maybe sus4 we could find us brand new recipe? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. How about those F stops? Like if you're going to strum an F and you've got two fingers like your ring and your pinky just sitting there doing nothing, you just set them down on the strings. I got a hot rod Ford. Now with your C, that's not so easy. So what I do is I spin around and I kind of loosen I release my tension on my C. I just touch my index and middle finger down on strings. $2 bill. What? Hot rod Ford on $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop, dancing is free. Papa, I don't want to do that. That's silly. Just let it ring. Got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. The soda pop, the dancing is free. If you want to have fun, come along with me. Said, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? See sus4, swivel to the D7, something up with me, slide out to the fifth, and then a bunch of strumming. When we get to the second to the last line, you got the C, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking? Keep that ring finger on that first string. You're just going to slide it over and swivel to make that G7. Something up. Then you're going to slide it right back, just one fret over, and slide that D7 back in. Now we're on the last line. How's about cooking something up? Slide it back. How's about cooking something? So that whole sequence, your ring finger just stays right on that first string, going from third fret, second fret, third fret, second fret. Dit, 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 dit. Just use it as a fulcrum or a lever or a pulley or some, like, discover the wheel. If you got time today, just discover the wheel. And then we'll end with, oh yeah, this is where it was, yeah. Then the last line. So last line, 2, 3, 4. How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with double stops? Me. And then end with a C. Play that song any way you want to, but we're just doing double stops for fun, just to keep practicing. So who's got questions about whatever hoo-ha I was just talking about? Stunned into silence once again. 2, 3, 4. Said, hey, good looking, cooking something up with me. Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. Soda pop, the dancing is free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Said, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Sus 4, sus 4. Sus 4, sus 4. I'm free and easy, so we can get sleazy. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? Got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. The soda pop, the dancing is free. So you wanna have fun, come along with me. Said, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with me? Aw, hey, good looking. And now, I know this is why you've been hanging out all afternoon. The Compleat. The Compleat home on the range. I know. So hard to get through those other songs when this is the one you were waiting for. I can't see my belly button. Don't be saying you can see my belly button. Okay. That's easy enough. F7 is just F with a little friend. What is that? 2, 3, 1 open. B flat, of course, we like G minor 7. For those who can't play that or don't like it, we do C7 sus 4, 0, 0, 1, 1. For those who don't like barring, we just take 2 of our strongest fingers and just push them down on that first fret. B flat minor. Well, B minor is a barred 2nd fret with probably your ring finger up there at the top of the 4th fret, right? So B flat minor is just taking all that down, 1 down to the 1st fret. Well, for most people, that's zero fun at all. And there is, B minor 7, of course, is just barring the 2nd fret. And so B flat minor 7. So you could just bar the 1st fret and it would sound perfectly great. But of course, C minor, I think, is open 3, 3, 3. I really like whatever this is. This is G major 7. Open 2, 2, 2. So then open 1, 1, 1. A flat major 7. I don't know what the heck it is. But that's kind of a cool chord. And that's what I play most of the time instead of B flat minor as pictured. I take off that top string and I just play those 3 strings on the first fret. So, and in the case of this song, it is such a pretty chord that I'm gonna check my tuning just for a second here. Just for a second. Just for a second. Me, 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 me. Instead of, and this is 3/4 time, instead of strumming it out, I'm just going to strum it once. So it's going to go F, add a friend, G minor 7, and those 3 strings. Oh, I'm just going to let that ring for 3 beats. F, C7, and F2, 3, F rest rest, and then C7. Instead of C7 again, we just played it. So the C7 at every end of every line, I'm going to take that G minor 7 shape, and I'm going to move it down to the 3rd fret. So it's going to sound like this: F from the top, F7, B flat or G minor 7, let that one ring, F, C7, and F, tap, tap, 3rd fret, and I'm going to let that ring. Even though in a lot of places I give it 3 beats at the end of a line, and where it says C7 alternative, I'm going to take that G minor 7 shape, open 4, 3, 3, and I'm just going to let that ring once. So it goes like this, and forgive me if this is not a familiar tune to you. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, 3rd fret, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. I give that an extra beat for whatever reason. I don't know, it just feels right, the resting here. Home, home on the range. I'm adding my pinky for an F/C because you can see we're going to have like 3 measures of F, and I want to do something different. Where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day, where the air so pure, the zephyrs so free, and the breezes so balmy and light, that I would not exchange my home on the range for all the cities so bright. Now this is just in time for these August campouts. So thank me later. 2, 3. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, give me a land where the bright diamond sand flows leisurely down to the stream. I'm just strumming this with my thumb, no big deal. Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a heavenly dream. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often, this is the complete Home on the Range, how often at night when the heavens are bright, I'm not supposed to strum those out, with the light of the glittering stars, have I stood here amazed and asked as I gazed if their glory exceeds that of ours. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. So I would not exchange my home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. That's the complete. We don't have double stops for the key of F yet. Something to look forward to. That was a perfectly good way to just hang out for an hour or so. So glad to have you all here. Look at that. Some people actually stayed around for a while. I can't believe that. How we doing? Any questions?
Oh, no, but Bob, that was a terrific lesson.
That was kind of fun. We did some stuff. I might have changed the lyrics on "Hey Good Looking" for a moment there. Just
I didn't notice. I was too busy with all the notes.
that's good. I was hoping most people that would just slide right.
Yeah, I was focusing on notes.
So good to see you all. Looks like there's nothing in chat. We might be good. We good? Everybody good? Kathy, you guys all set? No more requests? You good? Barbara, requests?
Can't be there.
What?
They're having a special event at Chabot, so might come for the last half hour, but
I know how that works. I've been there and I know what it means when I say that. So not to pin what I do on you, but I know I know what that means.
Barbara will stand in Jim. Barbara and I are gonna figure out a duet.
All right. Okay. Well,
And-
whatever.
And Enrico's group, I'll play in
Okay, very good.
Ripple.
Very good. Well,
See you Saturday. See you
whoever-
Saturday.
Whoever's there, I'll be delighted. And if anybody has requests, let me know. Okay, great,
Thanks so much, Bob.
great to see you
Thanks
all.
again, Bob. Have fun
You
Saturday.
bet, you
Thank
bet.
you, Bob.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh,